All right, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Who's ready for some WBC? Who's ready for some WBC? As we go from 4 to 2 after tonight, with the final on Saturday to be determined. I'm just waiting to find out who's doing our minor league draft, which is also on Saturday. Before I can figure out when I can do WBC. So hopefully I will get an answer on that soon. But we also have the do I even call it a ticker? Got the banner up top. Since it's not moving, it's static. But with our matchups, we have the Vets and the Flyovers on one side, and then the Caribbean and Southern Comfort on the other side. It is a best of 5 for the semifinals. And then, so basically, we're going to do this just like how we do in regular PB playoffs, where we are not watching every game. Only once we get to a clinching opportunity, then we will go ahead and start watching. Now, Saturday's finals, we will be watching in its entirety. There'll be no quick simming for the finals. With that said, apparently these are on different days, aren't they? It's a I did not make the schedule, but we're just gonna roll with it. And besides, the first few are quick sim anyway. Team Vets and Central, who will win Game One? And by the way, before I click the button, this is a rematch of the finals from the last WBC. So Team Vets looking to defend, Flyovers looking for revenge, and it's going to be Team Vets taking Game One, 4-3. For the Vets, Shan with a couple RBIs, Littleton 3 for 4 with the other two RBIs, and Kell 2 for 3 with a walk. For Central, Johnson 3 for 4 with a walk and a run. Alphaner 2 for 4 with an RBI, and then Morimura also with an RBI. Mulligan will take the win in relief. Avery Time will take the blown save loss. Always a bummus with the save. Rob Littleton is your player of the game. And let me go ahead and update before somebody's like, is the thing updated? Yes, now it is. And well, actually, technically, I don't know why it has that at the top. Go in order by time. Yes, it's updated. Are you here to mod? Since you're gonna pull my leg, now I get to pull yours. Are you here to mod? It's up to you if you want to do predictions. Just don't make them long. Just saying. But do whatever you like. Do whatever. You've modded a lot. You know what to do. Whatever you want to do, I'm good. Just don't slow me down. Good deal. We'll go in order by time. Southern Comfort and the Caribbean, game one of their series. And oh boy. Southern Comfort tied it in the bottom of the ninth and then won it in the bottom of the 11th. Solo home run to lead off for Launch Angle in the bottom of the ninth to tie it. And then the walk-off 2-run home run. Walk-off 2-run home run by Slate Gray. So Southern Comfort will take game one of the series. For the Caribbean, Ruiz Jr. with a 2-run home run was the scoring for the Pineapples. McTater going 2 for 5 as well. For Southern Comfort, Gray with the walk-off 2-run homer, Launch Angle with the tying homer in the ninth. They combined to go 5 for 9. Munson 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored as well. In fact, had a home run in the fourth, so they had 3 home runs. Horrendous Haddock the third, instead of getting another save. They will get a win this time. In relief, Zhang, a blown save loss. Doc Holliday is your player of the game. I will update the ticker after we do this other game. Will Central tie it up, or will the Vets put Central's backs against the wall? And oh boy, 8-1. Vets are going to be the first to go up 2-0. Central only able to scratch across 2 hits, and they were both by. In fact, the whole there was Zen Bobrist, and then there was everybody else for the Central in this one. As Bobrist had not only the only 2 hits, but also had the only run because one of those 2 hits was a solo home run. For Team Vets, EVC 4 for 4 with an RBI, 2 runs scored, including a home run. Phillip 2 for 5, Shu 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, Rosenthal and Littleton also with a couple hits. Joy Moose Jr. will take the win. Aria Blue Sky will take the loss. Joy Moose Jr. is your player of the game. So the Vets, with a 2-0 lead in the series, and then Southern Comfort take the first game against the Caribbean. Can never save too many times. Game 2 between Southern Comfort and the Caribbean. Will both series be 2-0, or at least one of them be a tie? They will both be 2-0. In fact, I might as well just update this now. There we go. Before I forget, 6-2, Southern Comfort also going up 2-0 in the series. For the Caribbean, Ruiz Jr. and Fernandez Jr. both with the RBIs. In fact, they were both on solo home runs. For Southern Comfort, Justice 2 for 5 with an RBI, 2 runs scored. Dog Maple 3 for 3, including a walk and 2 runs. Slate Gray, the hero in Game 1, will hit another home run in this one. A 3-run home run. One of 3 of the 4 runs scored in the first. For the pitching, Goaty McGoatface will take the win in relief. Wonder if it's fatigue. I don't know how many starters Southern Comfort went with. I believe some went with 3 and some went with 4, because it's not very often. Because I know Long Pipe does not have a pitch count, a low pitch count. So that must be fatigue, but 4 1/3, so that means the reliever will get the win in this one. Mondragon will take the loss for the Caribbean. DW Dog Maple is your player of the game. So I believe Tampa, it's going to be Vets and Central first, because they're off kilter by a day. So yeah, there's our first stream game. It'll be Chad Innings Eater for Central, Joe Random for the Vets. And for those keeping score at home, the maximum amount of games we could watch today is 6. Lowest is 2. That's well, no, it should be, because the standings were all correct. He said that KP won or something. That's a hummus question. Or wait, oh, you're talking about the prediction on Twitch. I'm sorry, I'm over here thinking you're talking about challenge. Ooh, that's good. I did not watch last night. I was busy doing other things. Hang on. Was it? I wasn't watching, so I don't want to. I mean, how many points are in on this prediction? Like, is it a lot? So like, if we get it wrong, like, am I gonna feel bad? I mean, Listen, I take your word for it. Must have not been that many points in the prediction because I feel like somebody would have like bothered Hummus to be like, "Hey, where are my points?" Does give me a chance to have some of my drink though. GG's to whoever Adam Zero is. Tampa, are you available on Friday? Do you want a mod on Friday? I got points I want to give out to prospects. Duvet Sweep Central. Duvet Sweep Central. Is there basketball on Friday? I know there's no basketball tonight because the as they are known, the New York Knickerbockers swept the Cavs, so there's no game 5 tonight. I'm by myself, so I can change the time. What time works best for you while we're waiting to see if people put in points for the prediction? If the will the Vets sweep? That's your prediction, yes or no? Chadwick cannot make it on Friday, so Chadwick will not be around to jinx our stream to make it a 5-hour stream. Although to be fair, Chadwick's is watching better things on Friday because it's NCAA regionals, so he's busy. He's gonna be busy watching that. Ugh. Um, I can't start that late. Only because if it does end up being like a 4.5 hour stream, um, I'm gonna be streaming into Saturday, and I don't want that. Um, you can join in late because I mean, and honestly, by the time that you would show up, it'll probably be right as we're starting the finals, I would assume, which is really the time people want to do the predictions anyway. Well, I'll put it to you this way: my record is 2.5 hours. You know, you've done a lot of prospect leagues when you can remember certain records. So yeah, it took me 2.5 hours. That was my shortest. Actually, maybe slightly under that, maybe like 2 hours and 20. Because it was literally, I think, one game over the minimum, and that was 2 seasons ago. Which makes sense that the year after that had to be one of the longest ones we've ever done. But I'm not. That doesn't fit my narrative, so I'm still gonna blame Chadwick. Yeah, I was thinking around there. In fact, did I tell Punk a time? Last call on the prediction while I go look up what I told Punk. Oh, he didn't put any times. Okay, good. I don't feel as bad now. Okay, good. I will definitely know by tomorrow. Definitely know by tomorrow. I see no movement on the prediction, so I think we're good to close it. Especially since I'm a little bit more energetic. Um, I could have done this prediction, I guess, in the very beginning, um, while we were ramping up to this, but I'm drinking a Mountain Dew. I'm very excited because I love Mountain Dew. And it's a flavor that I've been trying to get in the 20 ounce. I usually don't buy the 20 ounce unless it's a new flavor that I want to try because you just go straight for the 12 pack and you don't like it, and then now you got stuff that you don't really want to consume, costs more. But I finally got the dragon fruit Mountain Dew, and I tell you what, tastes as good as I thought it would. So I have to go get me a 12 pack. Or I guess we could just let it run out. um, I'll just ping you in mod. That way if you don't put your name on the sheet thingy, then at least Nolan will give you credit. Although Nolan's player is in Prospect League. I wonder if Nolan maybe be like, "Hey Nolan, you want to do the first half and then Tampa get the second half and you know, and I'm just here the whole time." But it's not about me, especially since I don't have a dog in any of these fights tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. It'll be Sydney Johnson facing Joe Random. And I don't know why the pause is on. There we go. Johnson will strike out to start off the game. One out for Bobrist, who was the entire offense in game two, and will get a base hit up the middle. So runner at first with one out for Ford Lincoln Mercury draws the walk. First and second now with one out. Brings up Alpha Nerd. And that is not coming back. Just behind the widget. 3-run home run for Alpha Nerd and the flyovers. Strike first. 3-0 with only one out in the inning. Swing and a miss, strike three. Ghosty down on strikes, 2 down for Duckley Jr. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll retire the side. I do want to know who came up with the name Flyovers. I bring it up because Wichita, previously known as the air capital of the world. So I wonder if it was an homage to that. As Shan, leading off for the Vets, gets a base hit. Leadoff runner on for the Vets. Rosenthal, shallow pop-up. In fact, the shortstop's going to make the squeeze. 2 down for Callahan. Runner going, safe. Still only one out in the inning. Callahan swinging a miss, strike three, 2 down. As Littleton fly ball to right field, and that will retire the side. So only one hit for the Vets. They get that runner over to second, but that's as far as they'll get. 3-0 Central, top second. Morimura, strike three called, one out. Next up is Gerrymander, and that is also not coming back. Almost in the second deck. Second home run in as many innings for the Flyovers. Gerrymander makes it 4-0. As now Dumper is going to hit that to the corner. That is going to be a one-out double. So runner in scoring position, one out, top of the order to Johnson. Ball 4. First and second, one out for Bobrist. Swing and a miss, strike three, 2 outs. And now Ford Lincoln Mercury, liner, but caught by the second baseman. And that will retire the side. Central, though, do get another run via the long ball. They're up by 4. And now Danger Dollarson, swing and a miss, strike three, 1 out. Next up will be EVC. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 outs, nobody on for Phillip. And that's also a swing and a miss, strike three. 1-2-3 inning. Go to the top of the third, heart of the order. Alpha Nerd had the home run in the first. And this time they'll be caught looking on the outside part of the plate, 1 out. Next up is Ghosty. Fly ball left field. Cuff route number 2. Next up will be Press Duckley Jr. And that's also deep left center. This time it is going to go off the wall. And it's a 2-out double. Keeps the inning rolling along for Morimura. And that is also not coming back into what Waldo liked to call the stalactites. How's about 3 straight innings with a home run for Central? And now it's 6-0 with 2 outs in the top of the third. Now Gerrymander draws the walk. Inning will continue on as Sigmeyer of Katarina is the new pitcher for the Vets. Dumper swing and a miss, strike 3. Finally get out of it. Crooked number again for the Flyovers. Now they're up by 6 as we go to the bottom of the third. Swinging bunt off the bat of Kell, and they'll get the out. 1 out for Shu. Went around, strike 3, 2 outs. Now we'll go to the top of the order. Revin Shan, the only vet to get on base, and he'll get on base again, this time via the walk. Runner first, 2 outs. Rosenthal draws the walk, back-to-back walks. One swing of the bat by Callahan here changed the complexion of the game. Instead, it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1/3 of the way through game 3, Flyovers trying to stay alive. They're doing a good job up to this point so far, up by 6. Up top of the order for the top of the fourth, Johnson strikes out on the check swing. Now Bobrist back to first, out number 2. Now Lincoln Mercury. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss by Littleton to lead things off. Next up is Dollarson. Bobbled by the first baseman. It's going to be scored in E3. Runner first, 1 out. And a pickoff at first base. So the error basically now negated. 2 outs, nobody on for EVC. Through the first baseman out there into right field. Keeps the inning going. Second hit of the game for the Vets. It's Phillip. That is hit to right center, but playable and caught. 1 hit, 1 error, 1 man left. Top of the fifth, 6-0. Alpha Nerd to first base, 1 out. Next up is Ghosty to the shortstop, over to first in time, 2 down for Duckley Jr. Liner caught by the third baseman, 1-2-3 inning. Halfway through game 3, Flyovers still up by 6 as we go to the home half. Kell down the line. That's a fair ball to off the wall along the left field line. Leadoff double. And that is hit right back to the pitcher off the bat of Shu. Runner goes back. 1 out, top of the order for Shan. Draws the walk. First and second, 1 out for Rosenthal. And a strike 3 called. So 2 outs. Callahan, swing and a miss, strike 3. Vets leave a couple more stranded. Top of the 6th, bottom of the central order. Morimura, swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Next up is Gerrymander. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. As Dumper, strike 3 called, 1-2-3 inning. Flyovers still in control up to this point. Go to the bottom of the 6th. Littleton leading off for the Vets. Chopper to the shortstop, over to first in time, 1 out. Next up is Dollarson. Ball 4. So runner at first base with 1 out. EVC is as if for innings eater. It's Ryan Lee, as that is down for a base hit. It gets by the left fielder. That is going to be scored, I believe, a double. kind of looked like the left fielder kind of bobbled it there for a moment. Second and third one out for the Vets as Phillip swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down in the inning. Can the Vets get a run across? Does not look like it. That's sky high in the infield off the bat of Kell, and that will retire the side. For the second inning in a row, the Vets will leave a couple stranded on the base paths as we go to the top of the seventh, top of the central order. Johnson swings and misses for out number 1. Next up is Bobrist. Grounder to third, over to first in time. 2 outs for Lincoln Mercury. And that is also not coming back. Gone for insurance. The extra point is good. Fort Lincoln Mercury with a dinger. 7-0 Central in a must-win Game 3. Cleanup hitter and alpha nerd back to the first baseman unassisted to retire the side, but they tack on to that lead. Now it's 7-0. 9-1-2 due up for the Vets at the stretch. Shoo, that is a base hit to left field. Runner at first, top of the order, no outs. Shan swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Runner going, and there'll be no double play because it's defensive indifference. But regardless, runner gets to second. Rosenthal swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 outs for Callahan, who also swing and miss for strike 3. Vets getting people to second base, but no further. Top of the 8th, Ghosty, swing and a miss, strike 3. Things have definitely calmed down, though, since the top of the 3rd inning, except for that home run, as that is going to be a gapper off the wall from Duckley Jr. He's going for 3, and it's going to be a triple. Runner at third with 1 out. Morimura. Back to the third baseman means runner at third has to go back. 2 outs. And now they'll bring up Gerrymander. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll retire the side. Heart of the Vets order due up here in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Littleton to face J.C. Swishman. And it's going to be a base hit to lead it off. Runner at first with no outs. Dollarson. Grounder to second. There's 1. They're going to get the double play for a 6-3. Clears the bases. 2 outs. EVC to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will retire the side. Vets will have one last chance in the bottom of the 9th to pull off quite the comeback. But for now, we'll go to the top of the 9th. Dumper leading off for Central, and that's going to be extra bases. It's going to bounce almost to the wall, but it's far enough for the double. So runner at second base, no outs. Top of the order, Johnson. Swing and miss, strike 3, 1 out. Next up is Bobrist, and that is lined, but right at the outfielder. 2 outs. Is Lincoln Mercury, that almost gets away. It's a 3-0 count. Outside ball 4. First and second with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss by Alphener to retire the side. Well, 7 to tie, 8 to book it to the finals. If not, we will have a game 4. Pierre Phillip leading off, and that is not coming back. There will be no shutout in this one. Oppo Taco on Taco Tuesday for Pierre Phillip. 7-1. 1 down, 6 to go, or 7 if you just want to just get it over with. Is Kell, that's going to be a base hit. So runner at first, no outs. Shoe to the plate, swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Now we'll go to the top of the order to Shan. Called, strike 3. So down to their final out, Rosenthal. Liner, but caught on the run in right field. And the flyovers will not get swept. They still have work to do, though. Down 2-1 in the series, 7-1 the final. Innings Eater will take the win. Random the loss. Chad Innings Eater is your player of the game in a game that took 4 hours and a minute. If only you did the time thing. But I don't think you would have picked 4 hours as the over-under. Semis, our next game is going to be our other series. Will there be a sweep in this one? It's the Caribbean, who we believe it's their first time in the semifinals. In fact, according to AJ, I believe this is the first time they even won a game in pool play. They won 2 games in pool play. It'll be Pedro Martini for the Pineapples, Votto for Southern Comfort. Give y'all a minute or two on the prediction as Southern Comfort looking to complete the sweep and book their ticket to the final on Saturday. And Tampa, since you're here, and I rarely ever get to say your player's name, is it Ramirez? I know it ain't Ramirez, unless you're trying to pull a fast one. Is it Ramirez? Even though you troll me in mod chat, I want to make sure I pronounce your player's name correctly. So is it supposed to be Ramirez? And also, there you go. There's another reason in which you don't trust AI. Don't do the whole AI thing. AI, no. Well, you're okay. Well, for me, you're Ramirez. No, I'm just kidding. So does that mean you're going to use like Gemini for the next one? As I don't know why my Twitch stream on my MacBook just randomly, like the whole page just randomly refreshed. I have no idea what's going on my left-hand side. Well, I had a name in mind for my next player. And then, like, it fits in OOTP. OOTP, it fits. I can use it. But apparently the portal has a character limit, and it's longer than that. So, yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I know who my render is going to be, though. I know who my render is going to be. 16 per. So 16 for the first name, 16 for the last name. I was going to do a single name player, just like pass. But the word's too long. So yeah, I got to figure out what to do as a name. I also promised Bailey I would not make a name that would break the draft sheet. So I cannot expand upon the pass tree of names. So I can't do punishment, cap penalty, or something like that. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, that sounds delicious. I don't know if I've ever had strawberry pie. I've had blueberry pie. I've had apple pie. I've had peach cobbler. Strawberry pie sounds so good, especially you gotta get that. You gotta get the good ice cream. You gotta have it a la mode. You gotta get you a couple scoops of like get like Haagen Dazs or something. Some vanilla ice cream. Now, would you put strawberry syrup over the ice cream and do like the double strawberry, or do you do something different like blueberry syrup, like another berry, so you have like a little bit of variety? I did not eat before this stream, so that's one very quick way to derail my thoughts is talking about food. Also, I like how it's called mushroom gravy soup. You know what that meal reminds me of? You just switch chicken with turkey, and you have turkey a la king, which is delicious, by the way. I love me some turkey a la king. That's usually what I do with the leftover turkey after Thanksgiving. You just dice that up and make you a separate thing out of it. Now I'm hungry. This is only game 2. Dang it. All right. Well, thank you, Chef Moose. And also, I hope the league is paying you for the catering. Predictions up. Let's go ahead, head out to the Caribbean. I don't know if AJ's here. I'd like. What part of the Caribbean are we heading to? Like, are we going to like Aruba, Jamaica, the Bahamas? Like, where are we going? Oh man, you know what? I really want that turkey a la king, man. Oh, turkey is my favorite protein. Beef is a very close second, but there's just something about turkey, man. There's just something about turkey. Justice will strike out to start off the game here in the top of the first. I'll bring up Dog Maple. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Next up is Munson. Went around, strike 3. That'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the first. I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that. I'm barely get by streaming. De La Fuerte will strike out to start off the bottom of the first for the Caribbean. That'll bring up Ramirez, or however which way you would like to say it. Flies out to deep left center. Now Montalban, right to the third baseman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for both sides. I don't know if I should be doxing people on the stream. Angle will lead off the top of the second with a base hit. So leadoff runner on for Southern Comfort. They'll bring up ZJ3. Back to the pitcher. There's one. They're going to get the double play. 1-4-3. Southern Comfort going to be dangerous once Johnson III wakes up, because Johnson III is not a 125 hitter. I can tell you that much. As Gray will ground out to retire the side. Bottom of the second now, Yordong leading off for the Caribbean. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. Next up is Ruiz Jr. And that's a base hit to center field. Runner first, 1 out. Now D. Fernandez Jr., ball 4. If D. Fernandez Jr. hits a home run, we should all go on Discord and do @Fetty. Just don't say I said it. This fan strikes out. Zalewski to left field. That is caught for out number 3. Caribbean leave a couple stranded. We're still scoreless through 2 here in game 3. Now Duke nukes him. Outside, got the corner. Strike 3. Nobody on with 1 out. Nolan Tej will strike out as well, looking. 2 down. Nobody on. Sting Eucliffe also strikes out. Pedro Martini striking out the side. 6 strikeouts through 3 innings for Martini. We'll go to the bottom of the third. McTater leading off for the Pineapples. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Top of the order now to De La Fuerte. That's inside, ball 4. So lead off, or 1 out base runner aboard for Ramirez, who will get that through for a base hit. So first and second now with one out, and Montalban to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike three, 2 outs. Next up is your Dong. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that will get them out of the jam. 1/3 of the way through game three, we still have no score. Top of the comfort order is Justice. That's going to go down the line to the corner. It's a leadoff double for A.J. Justice. So runner in scoring position with no outs. Dog Maple. That's down for a base hit. Runner was already going on the swing, so scoring easily from second base is Justice. And since they threw it home, Dog Maple to second base. RBI single, 1-0. Southern Comfort on the board, still no outs. As that's lined but caught in left field from Munson. So 1 out. Now launch angle to the plate. Runner going and runner's out at third. I'm going to assume that was a hit and run. That just didn't have the hit. As that is flown to right, caught for out number 3. Southern Comfort do get a run on the board, though, from the Dog Maple single. They are up by a run, looking to sweep the Pineapples. How will they respond as Ruiz Jr. pops it up, foul ground, caught by the first base bag. 1 out for Fernandez Jr., who strikes out, 2 outs. Now bring up Fan. Base hit to center field. I'll keep the inning going, and I'll bring up Zalewski. Ground ball to short. They're going to go to first with it, and now retire the side. Southern Comfort up by a run as we go to the top of the 5th. Johnson the third leading off. Chopper to the shortstop, and they'll get over there in time. 1 out. Brings up Slate Gray. Chopper to shortstop as well. Out number 2. Now Duke nukes him. Base hit to center field. That'll keep the inning going for Comfort. Now Nolan Tej. Check swing went around, strike 3. At the halfway point. 1-run game, so still anybody's game so far. As McTator leads off for the Caribbean. Liner to right, caught. 1 out. Top of the order, De La Fuerte. Went around, strike 3, 2 down. With nobody on, here's Ramirez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 9 strikeouts for Votto. And now we go to the 6th. 9-1-2 due up for the Southern Comfort. Eucliffe, swing and a miss, strike 3. Top of the order to Justice. Fly ball center field. That'll be caught for out number 2. Now bring up Dog Maple. Fly ball deeper center field, but also not quite deep enough. Caught in front of the track, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 3, 4, 5 due up for the Caribbean here in the bottom of the 6th. Montalban, swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down for Air Your Dong, and it's a fly ball to left field for out number 2. Next up is Ruiz Jr. Fly ball deep left field down the line, and it is gone! This game is tied. Julio Ruiz Jr., how appropriate, it's AJ's player, tied at 1 on the solo home run right by the foul pole. As Fernandez Jr. pops it out to retire the side, we've played 6. And literally both sides with 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors. Go to the top of the 7th. Munson, that is deep, and that's not coming back either. The Southern Comfort retake the lead. Michael Munson with the leadoff home run in the top of the 7th. 5th home run of the playoffs for Munson. Now, swing and a miss by launch angle will be the first out here in the top half of the inning. Johnson the third, chopper. It's bobbled. They're going to actually score that an infield hit for ZJ3. No error. That'll be an infield hit. Runner at first with one out. Runner going. It was a hit and run because it was a swing and a miss, but he's safe at second base. Strikeout at home. Safe at second. 2 outs. Newsom swing and a miss. Strike 3. We'll retire the side, but not before Michael Munson with the home run to lead off the top of the 7th at the stretch. Comfort back up by a run, as Fan will strike out to lead off the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the Pineapples order here in the inning, as that is deep off the Zalewski, and that is gone, and we're tied again. Paulo Zalewski to dead center. 2-all here in the bottom of the 7th. I believe 3 of the 4 runs have come off of a home run today as McTator draws the walk. Runner at first with 1 out, top of the order. De La Fuerte, that's a base hit to right field. Runner's going to try to go to third. Throw to third is offline. Runners in the corners for Ramirez. 1 out in the inning. Chopper, there's one double play to get out of it. 4-6-3 keeps this game tied at 2 as we go on to the 8th inning. Tej leading off for the Comfort. There's a grounder. Good stop by the shortstop. Fan with a great play to save a hit. Nobody on, 1 out. Next up is Euclid. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 outs. Top of the order now, Justice. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And that will retire the side 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Montalban leading off here in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 1 out. And that's a swing and a miss for 2 outs. Ruiz was the one that tied it, and now will struck out the side. 9th inning, we're tied at 2. Southern Comfort looking to sweep. Caribbean looking to stay alive, as it's a swing and a miss by Dog Maple to lead off the top of the 9th. Next up is Munson. That's lined down the right field line. It is gone! Michael Munson with his 2nd home run re-gives them the lead 3-2. A lot of opposite field line drive home runs, at least on the stream today. 3-2, and that might be back-to-back. Is it back-to-back? It is gone! Back-to-back jacks! Munson with the first, launch angle with the 2nd, and the lead is now up to 2. Southern Comfort really looking to pull off the sweep and not force a game 4, as ZJ3 will strike out. 2 outs in the inning as Gray, grounder to the shortstop, over to first in time, and it comes down to this for the Caribbean. 2 to tie and force extras, 3 to force a game 4. D. Fernandez Jr. leading off. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Next up is Fan. Popped up. Second baseman with the squeeze. 2 outs. Down to their final out, Zalewski. That's deep down the left field line, and it is gone! How's about both sides with a player with 2 home runs? Zalewski with a home run, and that means the tying run's going to come to the plate in McTator. Down to their final out, it's 4-3. McTator popped it up, Catcher will make the play, and the Southern Comfort will hang on in game 3 to bust out the broom closet. 4-3 is the final. Southern Comfort will book their ticket to the final on Saturday. Ultimo Khan will get the win in relief. Abasi will take the loss. Horrendous Haddock the third with their 5th save of the postseason. Devi Vervado is your player of the game. And what's interesting, that's going to be a very interesting talking point when we get to Saturday. Southern Comfort is the only team left that has not lost a game. They were undefeated in pool play. They sweep here in the semis. So they're 7-0 so far in WBC. We have one other series that we need to get done, and that's Central and Team Vets. Central took the win in Game 3 to avoid the sweep. Team Vets looking to pull off that, get that ticket to the finals. They're defending champs, as they won the first 2, lost Game 3. It'll be flop quads for Central. Jimmy Benico for Team Vets. As far as our starting pitching, will Central force a Game 5? That is your prediction. Wasn't there a show that was like the Addams Family? Like it was like some sort of vampire-ish kind of family, and weren't they the Munsons? Or am I just thinking of something super random? Feel free to tell me it's something super random. Don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Okay. Wow. Wow. Took my side. Well, I guess I have a very slim spare moment to go Google it. Ask the Googles. Oh, maybe that's it. Oh, no, no, no. Ha! No, no, no. Yeah, no, I was making up names. I was thinking of the Munsters. The Munsters. So yeah, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Well, Central Force a Game 5. Last chance on the prediction. Last chance on the prediction. This is almost turning into like whose line is it anyway, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. I'm seeing no movement on the prediction, so I think we'll just go ahead and close it, and then we'll get started. Well, I would love to have my Sundays back eventually. Did you close it or okay, wait, did you close it or delete it before I clicked the button? Okay, fair enough. I just wasn't sure if you did that accidentally or on purpose. Sydney Johnson will be leading off for Central. Slow roller to the second base side for out number one. Next up will be Bobrist. Liner to right, runner aboard. This feels like generic Cleveland, by the way, this particular stadium. Just a thought. Ford Lincoln Mercury's going to bloop one into right field for a hit. First and second for the flyovers. Now Alpha Nerd, ground ball. They're going to go to second for one. They're not going to be able to turn back to first for the other. So runners in the corners. 2 outs for Ghosty, who will chop that to third. They'll go to first with it, make the play, and that will get them out of the jam early on. So no score. Bottom of the first now. Revin Shan. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out now for Rosenthal. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Next up will be Callahan. Chopper to the... Oh, bobbled. That is going to be an error. So runner on, 2 outs because of the error. Brings up Littleton. Runner going, runner's out. I have a feeling that was a hit and run. That was a little too... That wasn't even close. Duckley Jr. leading off top second. Chopper to the second base side. 1 out. Next up is Morimura. Chopper to short. 2 outs. Brings up Mander. And that is caught in deep left center for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. Now to the home half. Littleton back up. Called. Strike 3. 1 out. Now Danger Dollarson. Chopper to first. Out number 2. Now bring up EVC. Fly ball center field. Under it. Makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning. We are scoreless through 2 here in game 4. As Dumper will lead off the top of the third. Fly ball left field. Caught for out number 1. Top of the order now to Johnson. Called. Strike 3. 2 outs. Now bring up Bobrist. Fly ball center field. And caught for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning as well. Bottom half, bottom of the Vets order. Phillip leading off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 out. Now Kell. Outside ball 4. Runner will go over to first. Shoe popped up. He's going to get it. Be a third baseman with the longer run. Why don't you let the catcher do it? Top of the order now to Shan. Ball 4. First and second, 2 outs. Leon Rosenthal to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Vets now leaving 2 aboard. To the 4th we go. Ford Lincoln Mercury leading off. Called. Strike 3. Nobody on with 1 out. Brings up Alpha Nerd. Liner gets by the shortstop into center field for a 1 out single. Next up is Ghosty. Popped up. Catcher this time will make the grab right next to the first base line. As Duckley Jr. will strike out and now retire to the side. We've played more innings than hits in this game up to this point. As Callahan back to the pitcher, out number 1. Next up is Littleton. Called. Strike 3. 2 outs. Dollarson due for something here or not. 1 for 31 in the postseason for Dollarson. You just know once the slump ends, it's going to end. As Morimura to the shortstop here on the top of the 5th, 1 out. Next up will be Mander. Fly ball deep left, and it is caught right in front of the wall. So 2 outs, dumper, swing and a miss, strike 3, and we're halfway through game 4. And we got no score. No score as 69, nice, through 4, technically for quads. And that'll be a ground out for EVC, out number 1. Phillip, that is deep, and it is gone into the stalactites. Vets on the board first. Pierre Phillip with a laser home run. 1-0 now. That's the first hit of the game as well for... Oh, we got to fight! Oh, we got to fight! They both missed. They both missed the uppercut. We actually have pinch hitters, so it is possible for fights. I think that's the first one that I've ever had on a stream that I've done. Oh, man. They both missed with an uppercut, and I'm assuming they were both thrown out. It looks like, yeah, they definitely are. Holden Jam is the pinch runner. Harper's the new pitcher. That's an infield hit for Shan. First and second in the bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Yeah, it never does it for a regular PB because we never ever have pinch hitters or pinch runners or bench players. So the game can't force you to have less than 9. That's why we never see it there. But in this, we have pinch hitters and what have you, so it does make it possible. The more you know. 1-0 as, oh, it's bobbled at first base. So Johnson leads off, gets on with the error. The game was like, listen, this has been boring the first 6. As that's bobbled. That is bobbled at second on the neighborhood play. Back-to-back errors, first and second, no outs for Ford Lincoln Mercury. Fly ball to right field. That's going to be caught for out number 1. The runner's going to try to tag and go to third. Throw to third is not in time and offline. So runners in the corners with 1 out. Tying run 90 feet away for Alpha Nerd. Fly ball that should be deep enough to bring in the run, and it is. We are tied on the sac fly. So 1-1, runner at first with 2 outs. Ghosty, swing and a miss, strike 3. That was, nothing was going on for the first half, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, let's go trigger a benches clearing brawl. Bottom 6 leading off, Callahan, base hit to right center. So leadoff runner is now on for Littleton. And that gets away from the catcher. Wild pitch. Runner at second now with no outs. And they're going to intentionally, that's another thing that you don't usually see very often, intentional walk for Dollarson, who's batting .032, and he's not going to make him regret it as that's popped up infield fly rule. 1 out, EVC to the plate. Liner caught by the shortstop, and they're not gonna try to go to first base. First, they probably could have gotten the second out at first base. 2 outs for Phillip. And that's going to be a base hit. Runner from second's going to hold it third. Wow. So the bases are loaded. 2 outs for Jam, who came in because of the ejection. Play at every plate, though, with 2 outs. That's a foul ball. Oil on Rock gets half new pitcher for Central. Right to the shortstop. They're going to go to first with it, and that will get them out of the jam. We will stay tied at 1. It happened so fast. I couldn't tell if it was a foul ball or what, or like catcher smothered it and it was right in front of him. Either way, Duckley Jr. will ground out to the first base side for out number 1. Morimura, that's deep, and it is gone. Central with the lead. Rachel Morimura gives the Central their first lead of the game, 2-1. Nobody on with 1 out. Gerrymander. Base hit to right. Runner at first, one out. Dumper. Grounder, there's one. They're going to go around the horn for the double play. However, Central with the lead at the stretch from the home run by Morimura. 2-1. We'll go to the home half, 9-1-2 for the Vets. Shoe, base hit up the middle. Runner at first to lead off. Top of the order to Shan. Ball 4. First and second now with no outs. Leon Rosenthal, the catcher at the plate. That's going to be line. That's going to be extra bases to the corner. One run scores. Second runner's going to hold. It's an RBI double for Rosenthal, and the game is tied at 2 again. Second and third with no outs, and they're coming up to the meat of the order. Callahan, grounder keeps, oh man, that's a big out there. Keeps the runners where they're at. One out. Still second and third. Now Littleton to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Dollarson to the plate, and he'll swing and miss for strike 3. Vets do tie it up 2-2. Vets trying to advance. Flyovers trying to force a winner-take-all game 5. Pinch hitter Levine to lead off the top of the 8th, and it's going to be a ground out. One out now in the inning as Bobrist. Base hit up the middle. Runner first with one out. Lincoln Mercury up next, and that's a walk. First and second with one out. Nerd. Grounder, there's one. They're not going to turn 2. However, runners in the corners with 2 outs. Ghosty at the plate, and that's down the line for a fair ball. It's going to be a double, and it's going to, they're going to send the second runner. They're both going to score. 2 RBI double for Abe Ghosty. Flyovers retake the lead 4-2. As Duckley will ground that to second. Runner goes to third, but it's out number 3 anyway. 4-2, Central retakes the lead. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Vets. Juicy Jumbo, new pitcher for Central. EVC at the plate. Base hit to lead off. Tying run will come to the plate and Phillip. Went around, strike 3, one out. Next up will be Holden Jam. And that's going to be down the line to the corner in left field. Extra bases for Jam. The runner from first is going to score. RBI double, 4-3. Tying run, second base with one out. Be Honk Shoe at the plate, and that's going to be a base hit. Jam's going to round third. Throw to the plate is not in time, and we're tied again. Honk Shoe with an RBI single. Runner at first with one out. Is that strike 3 called to Shan? Next up is going to be Rosenthal. Ball 4. First and second, 2 outs. Harry Callahan to the plate. New pitcher, Greg Buse. And that is hit hard to third, and they'll get the force at third base, and that will retire the side. 4 all going to the 9th. Bottom of the order for Central. It'll be Morimura facing Always a Bummus. Swing and a miss, strike 3, one out. Next up is Gerrymander. Liner gets through for a base hit in the center field. So runner aboard, one out. Catcher tries to bunt, doesn't work. Instead, we'll get a base hit to left field. They'll cut it off quickly. First and second, one out. Top of the order to Levine. Grounder, there's one at second. That's all they're going to get. Fielder's choice. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. Zen Bobrist. Ground ball smothered, but makes the play at second base. Flyovers don't get any. Walk-off territory for the Vets. 4, 5, 6 due up as Littleton pops it up. Caught for out number 1. Next up is Dollarson. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 outs. EVC now to the plate. Called strike 3 on the outside corner, and for the first time tonight, we will get free baseball. We go to the 10th. I would hope that since this is a copy of an offline cast, so there's no Manfred runner, as there shouldn't be. Ford Lincoln Mercury will strike out to start off the top of the 10th. This is going to be interesting for the bullpens. I'm not sure how many pitchers both sides have in their pens if we go to a game 5. As Nerd went around strike 3, 2 outs. Next up is Ghosty. Popped up, foul ground, and they'll make the catch. 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. Yes, but we've obviously played games between now and then, so and who knows how long this game's going to go. That was more my point. Pierre Phillip back to kind of in a no man's land. It's going to be an infield hit. Infield hit that got into no man's land. Winning run is aboard. It's Jam. Base hit to center field. Runner's going to try to go to third and makes it. Winning run 90 feet away with no outs. That was some bold base running by Phillip to get to third. Kip Treadwell is in, but it's a base hit to center field by Shu, and this one's over. Honk Shu with the RBI walk-off single to send the Vets back to the final. 5-4. They'll get the win, and they win the series 3-1. Always a Bummus will take the win in relief for the Vets. Greg Buse will take the loss for Central. Jimmy Benico is your player of the game. And that is it for us tonight. So congrats to the Vets. Congrats to Southern Comfort for booking your tickets to the finals. And as I mentioned at the very beginning of the stream tonight, once I find out when the minor league draft is on Saturday, I will be able to schedule a time for WBC. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to get that time very, very soon. And yeah, I believe that's the only affiliate. Well, hang on. Let me just double check one other thing. Hold on. Let me just check. One other place. Bus. Yes. Whoa. Not tonight. And yeah, we'll have to send y'all over to Dr. Dynastic. Don't forget we have Major League Draft tomorrow with Valor at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then Friday we have Rookie Showcase for Prospect League, which is either going to be 5:30 Eastern or 6 Eastern. One of those. And then, like I said, Saturday we will have the minor league draft and WBC finals at a time to be determined. Awards on Sunday, and then after that, spring training week. So lots and lots of things going on. Hopefully you all enjoyed our stream today. We'll see y'all later. Get y'all over to Dr. Dynastic. Again, congrats to the Vets and Southern Comfort. They are your WBC finalists on Saturday, which is, by the way, a best of 7. And we'll be watching it in its entirety. Enjoy the rest of your hump day. We'll see you all later.